Well, we are getting an inside look as to what a second Trump term could look like. Let me just read you one line. Well, let's take it to this. Actually, I'm going to take you to it. This is the line. Donald Trump says he thinks he has identified a crucial mistake of his first term. He was too nice. Oh, yeah, that's exactly what Trump said as he laid out his vision in an interview with Time magazine. And one of the most notable parts came when he said he would leave it up to states whether to monitor women's pregnancies and prosecute them for having abortions. Trump also added that it's irrelevant whether he was comfortable with that policy, and he also wouldn't even commit to vetoing a federal abortion ban, saying that it'll just never happen. Joining me now for more, our Deputy Political Director, Avery Harper. Avery, Trump was pretty vague, shall we say, with his answers on abortion, trying to avoid actually taking a position and saying over and over again that it's a state's issue. Can he keep doing that?
Well, I think he's certainly going to try. Look, I can't tell you that there's any specific strategy around this, but I know that the former president is looking for a way to navigate a very tricky issue for Republicans. And sometimes I think that has him saying things that are politically expedient for him at the time. Again, he's trying to find a winning issue, or rather an issue, or rather a message on this issue that isn't going to drive voters away from him at the polls.
So Trump was also asked about federal laws outlawing abortion pills like mifepristone, and while he said he has pretty strong views on that topic, he wouldn't explain them. He said he'd make an announcement over the next week or two, and that was 2 weeks ago. And then he said he didn't have an answer in 2 weeks. It was just back and forth, back and forth. So is everything 2 weeks away?
Right. Well, I think this is really an attempt for former President Trump to try and be able to craft a message on his issue that is within his control. This is why we saw him do a pre-recorded video when he put out his stance on abortion. And so I think we are probably going to see him answer this question and talk about mifepristone, but it's going to be on his own terms again, because Trump knows that abortion has been a losing issue for Republicans, and he's going to try to tread a bit carefully around this.
All right. If he wins, you see it right there on the cover of the magazine. He was also asked about the threat of political violence in November. He said he didn't think violence is likely if he wins, but also said it depends on the fairness of an election. I mean, he's not even ruling out violence here yet again.
Right. Former President Trump has not been afraid to raise the specter of political violence if things don't go his way. And so it'll be interesting to see how he continues to speak about this issue. But we know that this messaging has really been the crux of his campaign this entire cycle. He has been claiming that he has been treated unfairly, that the last election was stolen from him, but it wasn't.
Deputy Political Director Avery Harper. Thank you, Avery.